Good afternoon, friends and family. We are welcoming you here to the Doddridge County Bulldogs opening day pregame against the Lincoln Cougars. Opening day has arrived, and there's a strong sense of excitement, confidence surrounding this Doddridge County Bulldogs baseball program. After last year finishing 5th in the LKC season, this group enters the new year motivated to climb in the standings and prove the progress that has been made throughout the offseason. This team has been focused on toughness and development, accountability, and tonight will mark the first opportunity for these young men to show how that work will translate on the field as they open the season against the Cougars of Lincoln. Senior leadership will be driving the Bulldogs. Doddridge is led by a strong senior core that brings experience, composure, and a competitive fire. One of the biggest storylines that have been around tonight's event is the returning of senior Caleb Hall. He is back from after having a knee surgery. He's healthy, and he's ready to rock and roll this year. After limited action in high school in his sophomore year, Hall was very dangerous as a hitter in the lineup. He'll bring a .472 average over a 13-game span as a sophomore before another injury that ended the season. His presence will strengthen the heart of the order and provide leadership in pressure situations. Another senior that's looking to make a big impact, new to the Bulldog family, is Malachi Kelly. He joins the Bulldogs this season, bringing athleticism, versatility, and a high-level competitiveness. His addition adds depth and balance to the lineup and gives Doddridge another experienced player that's capable of producing offensively as well. Senior Luke Rikiski is another one of those seniors in the lineup looking to make a big impact. He is a contributor, key leader from last year. He batted .333 with a .900 OPS last season while contributing valuable innings on the mound. His ability to impact the game in multiple phases will make him one of the most important and all-around players on this roster. Finishing out the seniors is Josh DeHaven. He anchors in the pitching staff. He'll provide steady leadership. DeHaven logged 33 innings last year with a 1.66 ERA, showing the ability to compete in big moments, and it will be needed this year. As we look at the offensive strengths and breakout contributors, the Bulldogs return a plethora in their lineup that's able to consistently bring pressure to the defense. Dane Murphy led the team last year with a .378 batting average and a .954 OPS, providing not only is he a contact hitter, but he also bats for power. Brody Brockleman has emerged as a dynamic offensive threat as well with a .367 batting average with an OPA of 1.056 OPS correction, while also being one of the team's most dangerous base runners. Maxwell Nicholson showed excellent discipline at the plate last year with a .45. He had a .455 on-base percentage. He helps extend innings. He creates chances for scoring positions. He also anchors the defense behind the plate. Tristan Swiger is another one of those versatile players that's going to come onto the scene this year. Very clutch as the middle infielder, but also the right-arm hurler, knows his way around the mound. This should be a huge contributor for the Bulldogs. As a team, Doddridge finished with a .281 batting average last year and nearly a .400 on-base percentage as a team. They show that they have the ability to sustain rallies, manufacture runs. Now we're going to look at the pitching depth. This is where the Bulldogs come this year with a lot of talk around the team. The pitching will again be a major factor. Josh DeHaven is one of the seniors that has seen a lot of action on the mound and will provide a frontline experience and command on that mound. Tristan Swiger, the right-armed hurler, he shows a breakout potential. He had a .91 ERA and a strong whip, making him one of the key arms to the success this year, and he's only going to be in his sophomore season. Luke Rikiski is another one of those valuable arms on the mound. He had multiple innings last year as a starter, but also in a key role as being a relief off-the-bench player. Hunter Hayhurst is another one of these young men that's put a lot of time in the offseason. He's going to come in as a guy that throws a three-quarter arm slot, very strong on the mound, looks for a lot of innings this year, as well as a lefty. The newcomer on the mound that we're going to see a lot this year is Evan Kelly. His offseason work has been noticed. He has put up a lot of numbers. Coach is talking about his ability to come off the bench as well as being a main starter as we see the season roll on. The Bulldogs pitching staff had a combined 3.46 team ERA. Those numbers give Doddridge a chance to stay competitive in this very strong season that they see a lineup up and down every day of who they're going to face. Speed and pressure baseball. Bulldogs posted an 84% stolen base success last year. This is going to put pressure on the defenses. Any bobbles, any mistakes is going to lead to a Bulldog taking an extra base. Coach loves the pressure. Make the defense make plays. Opening day focus for Doddridge County. Tonight, it's all about setting the tone for the season. They must play fundamentally. They got to have sound defense. Attack hitters, limit free bases, and stay aggressive at the plate and on the bases. Let the seniors do what they do best. Lead by experience. This team has a lot of it. They return almost every player from last year, and they've brought in 2 new additions with Caleb Hall and Malachi Kelly. With the return of the healthy senior and the addition of Malachi, this leadership from the seniors with Luke Rakiski, Josh DeHaven, the Bulldogs do believe that they are in the right position to make a strong push for the LKC this season. Opening day is here. The game is ready. The preparation is complete. Now it's time to watch some Bulldog baseball. The first pitch is coming up after this short break.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future-ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Welcome back. Today we are set with 2 teams that are steeped in baseball tradition. Lincoln is seated in a very tough conference. They play in the Big Ten. Also, they are back down into the AA section this season in the state, and they are coming off a 17-14 record from last year. And however, they did win their first game in the region against Hampshire County last season. They're looking for this season to be quite successful. But when we look at Lincoln, Lincoln has always been focused as a baseball school. Lincoln has had 2 state championships back in 2003 and 2009, multiple conference championships, multiple sectional championships, and some of their biggest success has come from some of the hurlers that they've produced as collegiate players. Looking back at some of the most infamous ones being Levi Maxwell, Wes Osborne, and Josh Harlow. All pitchers that played at WVU, and if we look even further, Levi Maxwell was drafted in the 18th round by the White Sox. Played 3 seasons in what we would consider high A ball, recording a record on the mound at 15-5, and even threw a no-hitter for Winston-Salem Dash. So Lincoln is not, they're not far off from knowing and being around baseball and having a strong season. But with that being said, the Bulldogs themselves have had their fair chance of success. They were runners-up in the state in 1994, and they've been multiple times sectional championships, most recently back in 2023. And last year, they made it clear to the regional championships where they fell short to Philip Barber. They've also produced several collegiate athletes, and most recent is the young man, the pitcher for Salem University, Mr. Aiden Eddy. And they currently on their roster have 2 commits, Luke Rakiski to Potomac State, Caleb Hall to the University of Charleston. And now what we're going to do, let's look at these lineups for today. We're going to look at the visitors first. Coach, help us out here with the visiting lineup.
All right, leading off for Lincoln today, playing second base, number 9, Jacob Holt. In left field will be number 4, Anthony Belcastro. At shortstop, number 17, Colton Edwards. First base, number 32, Bryson Moore. Pitching for Lincoln will be number 7, Alex Green. A.J. Bart will be catching. Chris Mazzy playing third base. Cade Mooney will be the designated hitter. Jacob Bart will be playing center field. And Colton Lanham will be in right field.
For the Bulldogs, as you can see on your screen here, we got our seniors up with their pictures, but their lineups are going to be as followed. Brody Bronkelman will be leadoff, playing shortstop. Then we have Luke Rakiski playing center field, batting second, followed up by the pitcher today, number 7, Caleb Hall. Dane Murphy batting fourth. He'll be at third base. Batting fifth will be Malachi Kelly, starting over at first base. At second base, batting sixth, number 12, Tristan Swiger. Evan Kelly will be in left field for us today, number 4. Number 3, Josh DeHaven playing right field, batting 8th. And rounding that out is the man doing all the dirty work behind the plate, Maxwell Nicholson, batting 9th. Let's take a minute. You know, Coach, we look at this. We see the seasons here. What do we feel that the Bulldogs need to do to be successful?
All right, some keys to victory today for Doddridge County. They need to attack the zone. Pitching, they'll need to hit the strike zone, have good defense behind them. As you mentioned earlier, there's plenty of pitching depth. Expect a strong performance there and the defense to play well behind them. Touching on the defense, minimize errors. Errors will beat you no matter what. You always got to take care of the ball. Just make the basic plays and back up your pitching. Know what you're hunting when you're in the batter's box. See good pitches, attack hitters' counts. You get to your friendly hitters' counts, you got to be ready to go. Don't be afraid to ambush the first pitch if it's there. You never know when you're going to see another one. Just be ready to go.
I tell you, it's a beautiful day out here. Wind is not going to be a factor. That flag out in center field is as flat as it can be. So we shouldn't see any Mother Nature causing a problem. We got sunshine. We don't have any rain. We have no wind, which is always a good thing when you're playing baseball. This usually is a hitter-friendly park. It's not real deep. We got 325 down the lines, 360 dead center, and about 345 to 355 in our alleys. Should be a very good ball game. I know the coaches here are at home plate getting their last talks here with the umpires. And we're going to look at the coaching staff. We have for the Bulldogs, Nate Wright is our head coach, followed up by the 2 assistants, Brian Rakiski and Justin Starkey. So we're looking for a good game, folks. Be with us. First pitch is on its way after these messages.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just had the national anthem, so we are getting set here for opening day. It doesn't get much better than this when we start seeing opening day on a beautiful sunshine. I know last night the Bulldogs were supposed to be playing, but due to weather, that game was canceled. So we are here at the Bulldogs field, opening day, and we're about to see some action. Coach, with me on the microphone tonight is Coach Lynn Frederick. He is the junior high baseball coach here at Doddridge. And so, Coach, what do you think about today?
It's always exciting to start a new season. Excited to see Caleb back out there after all the injuries and stuff he's battled through. I'm glad he's getting the opportunity to be back out there. You always want to start your season on a strong note. Winning that first game, especially on your home field in front of your home fans, always important. And I know from talking to the coaches and players, these guys are fired up and they're ready to go.
They are. They've been working hard. I know they spent a lot of time this winter up at WVU doing workouts together, getting that extra push by outside sources. I will say one thing that Coach Nate does an awesome job at is he uses every bit of resources that he can get to make his players better, and it's going to show on the field today. I think it's going to be huge for the season. I said on the very first day of practice, these guys were ready to play from day one from the work they did in the offseason.
Well, it's pretty common amongst coaches. I mean, you play the ball games obviously during the season, but most of your wins that you get during the season come in the off season. It's the work you put in whenever nobody's watching. When the lights aren't there, the stuff you're doing behind the scenes. That's usually what's going to really decide wins and losses once the season gets rolling.
You look around the diamond, I see a young man like Dane Murphy over at third, and I see a Malachi Kelly over at first. Both of these are multi-sport athletes. I see Tristan Swiger. He's in Hall State, won the state championship last year as a pole vaulter. These kids don't just do one sport. They're working consistently on their craft. So to see these kids carve out time to get better at their sport, to get better at what they do, it's awesome. But here we are. We're just a moment away from the very first pitch from the 2026 season. And folks out there in Bulldog Nation, if you're watching, let us know how you hear. Feel free to put some comments up there and hopefully see some shout-outs from where you're listening from. It's always good to see former Bulldogs tuning in and being able to watch what's going on. And here we go. First pitch of the season. From the lefty hurler is a ball low, and at the plate is going to be Jacob Holt, number 4, and he is playing right field for us today. Seeing those jitters get out as we see pitch 2 on its way, delivered. Pitch is 1 out.
That's what they call the old can of corn, routine fly ball, just easy to settle under and make a play.
Good deal. All right, now in the box coming up, number 4, this is going to be Anthony Belcastro. Anthony Belcastro is number 4. I'm sorry, Jacob Holt is not the right fielder. So we have a ball a little bit up, a little bit away, looks like. Exciting for Bulldog Nation. We're going to have a camera set up in the outfield, getting a view back towards the batters as the season goes. Hopefully have that up by next week. Pitch number 2, strike. We got a 1-1 count. Swung on, foul ball. That's going to bring up a 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitcher friendly count here for Hall.
We're trying to learn some of this new technology. Bear with us. We will get these things set up correctly on here, but we have 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on. Looks like a base hit into right field. That's going to put a runner on for the Cougars.
Nothing hurt there. The Bulldogs will look to turn one over here in the middle, hopefully.
You look at these guys up the middle. These two played together. They're a junior in Brody Brockham and a sophomore in Tristan, but these guys have played a lot of ball together. Swing on a miss for strike 1 to start off. So as far as them playing together and having that continuity in the middle of the infield, it's really big coming back. And they're going to have next year together as well.
Absolutely. Chemistry is everything.
We got 0-1 count. keeping that runner honest over there. I know as a catcher, you're always thinking, man, come on, run on me. Let me show you what this arm's got off the early season. Maxwell is a sophomore behind the plate. Caught pretty much every single game last year for the Bulldogs, so he is not one that's shies away from putting a lot of dirty innings back there. 1-1 count. 1 out, runner on first. Breaking ball inside for strike 2. That's going to bring 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now we got to get to that infamous third strike. Get that. Sometimes it's the hardest one to find.
Breaking ball seems to be moving really well for Caleb so far.
So Caleb ended his high school career, his sophomore year, game 13, where he broke his left hand. So it's good to see him back out there. Another base hit. We got runners at first and second with 1 out, 2 singles. And that's going to bring the big man, number 32, Bryson Moore, to the plate. There's a baseball name, Moore. His brother was a phenomenal player there for Lincoln, a very strong Shinston name. Seen a lot of baseball out of those Moore fellas. Ball gets away from Nicholson. The runners are going to advance on that. This sets it up an early opportunity for a big offensive strike here. We got runners at second and third, 1 out. And if I'm Lincoln, this is who I want at the plate right now. Fastball catches the outside corner. Going to bring up 1-1. Coach, if you're at the plate right here, what are you thinking as a cleanup hitter? You got runners in scoring position, first game of your season.
This is the position you want to be in. I mean, this is what the cleanup is for here. You got 2 guys in scoring position. You definitely want to get 1 home at worst case. Ground ball to the middle infield there, or deep fly ball, and get somebody in on a sacrifice fly. But you'd certainly like to have them both.
That's right. What you're not looking for is a ball back to the pitcher. Pretty much anywhere but there is going to score a run for the Cougars. Swing on a miss. That's going to be a strikeout. Now, if you're Doddridge, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that strikeout. Now we've got runners at second and third, but there's 2 outs. And this is going to bring number 7, Alex Green, to the plate. He is also going to be the hurler today on the mound for the Cougars.
This is a big-time strikeout right there, because now your plays at first base, no matter what here, takes the runners on base out of play a little bit.
Those of you joining, we got runners at second and third. Pop fly out of play.
Also think this will be big for Caleb to pitch in and out of a jam here. If he can get out of this with no damage, that'll be huge for him and the team.
That's right. They had 2 singles. Cougars had 2 singles to get to where they are now, a pass ball, which puts runners at second and third, 2 outs. As the lefty has a 0-1 count. Swung on and missed for 0-2.
Way ahead in the count here. Don't want to throw anything too good here. See if we can get him to chase 1 or 2 here.
You know, this is one of those places as a pitcher, you've just established a strikeout, then you come back, you're 0-2. Do you go away from the zone or do you try to finish them off? That's kind of the question of the day. We'll see what they decide. Looks like they're setting up a little bit outside, probably breaking ball, break it in. Nope, come back with a fastball. Fouled away, staying alive at the plate. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, no score, top of 1. Those of you that are just joining, we welcome you here to opening day, Bulldog Nation. Just left the breaking ball up. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes, and this is a position early in the season as a pitcher. You're wanting to make those outs quickly so you don't run the pitch count up. I'm sure Coach has talked to the guys about, hey, you know, this is first game. We're not going to not only give up a run, but we don't want to go another batter. Breaking ball, a left up again. We're going to be 2-2
Count even up now. I would expect more of an attack pitch right here from Caleb.
Just looks like he didn't follow through much with that, leaving the ball up. 2-2. I would expect something straight, something fast. There it is. Fly ball, left field, foul ball. He puts it into the bleachers up there to the football stadium. Doddridge County looking to get some upgrades for next year. I know we're going to talk to Coach about that coming up next week, what all we're going to see around the ballpark. But this is going to have a look next year, nothing like what you see now. Dugouts are going to be moved. Bleachers are going to be put in better. Oh, line drive right back up the middle. Tristan making a play. Second base. Got him for the out. What a play by the second baseman, Tristan Swiger, sophomore. Excellent play to save an inning and probably, Coach, save 2 runs.
Absolutely. Tremendous play. Tremendous focus, too, because it looked like it went off of Hall's glove a little bit, nicked off the glove there. Great focus to stay in there and make the play.
Yep, excellent job, guys. Let's take a look at our sponsors here, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the inning.
Check this out.
Welcome back. We're going to see the offense from the Bulldogs for the first time this year. I know they are excited about this. We're going to see our leadoff man, Brody Brockelman. Brody is our shortstop. He was a leadoff most of the time last year. He's a guy that's got a lot of contact in him. He sees a lot of pitches. He's a guy that definitely knows his strike zone, and he is not afraid to put a ball in the gap either. He's very dangerous when he's on the bases, so I'm excited to see him for the first time this year. For the Lincoln Cougars, number 7, Alex Green, the young man that had a nice line drive up the middle that was deflected off the glove of Hall, fielded out by the second baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. He's going to be on the mound for the Cougars. And we can really say that this 2026 season is officially on its way as we get a slight breeze out dead center. Always nice when the home team bats to have a little breeze going out. I know as defense, we'd like to see the wind blowing in.
Huge to get a 0 there, especially working out of the jam. We mentioned the great play there at second base. Also want to praise the scoop made by the first baseman there. Just a great job by Malachi scooping that.
You know, Malachi comes in here from Bridgeport. Malachi is a versatile kid. You're going to see Malachi through the year all over the infield, and you're also going to see him on the rubber. He's a 6'3", 6'4" young man with a long wingspan. So at first base, he's going to be a lot of help. But I'll tell you, he is a phenomenal middle infielder. Strong from the third base side. He's just an athlete. You'll see him and Dane Murphy doing some switches back and forth. This team is definitely not set in stone where you see people. They're versatile. All right, here we go. Brody Brockelman at the plate. 0-0 count. Let's see what the first pitch of the season looks like.
Hoping Brody can set the table for the guys behind him.
He's not afraid to attack, I'll tell you that much. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball up. It's the bottom of the first. Brody takes ball 2, so we got 2 balls, no strikes.
He's going to look to settle in by the first 2 pitches. Not extremely competitive so far.
Yeah, so far those misses have been pretty wild, pretty out there, but that's typical. First part of the season, here we go. Ball 3 outside. Looked like he was taken all the way, Coach.
Can't blame him right there. At this point, you want to see him come at least close to the zone before you think about attacking.
You know, right here as a batter, what you don't want to do is take a pitch off from just being lax in your stance. Take a hard take. Get your timing up there, but for him it's not going to matter. It's going to put the leadoff hitter, Brody Brockelman, on first, and brings up the senior, Luke Rikiski, to the plate.
Now, what's your thoughts on that whenever you see a batter come up, the first batter come up, pitcher face, 4 pitches, none of them are really too close. What's your thought going into for the next batter?
This early in the game, I'm looking for a hard take right here. Force him. I'd have my toes on the white line, force him to come in the zone before I'm going to go chasing something.
And there is ball 5 so far.
We got a runner on first, Brody Brockelman at the plate, Luke Rikiski. You got to watch over there for Brody. He will swipe a bag. Ball 2, breaking ball high. So we got 6 straight balls. I am definitely taking a hard look here, and I'm also not going to take a risk with Brody stealing until he establishes. I don't want to give them an out.
Ties into the earlier keys with know what you're hunting, but right now with him struggling so much to find the zone, be extra cautious.
Three balls, no strikes. It's early in the season. Probably the first time, you know, a lot of these guys, it's difficult for them to get out on a field. You know, we're in north central West Virginia. The weather's not always great to be out for baseball. And there's our strike.
That's got to feel like a weight off his shoulders right now. He's, I mean, like it's first game of the year, nerves are going, and that's got to feel good for him just to see a strike at this point.
Yep. Now he works from there. As a coach, he's saying, hey, let's work from there. Work from there. Next pitch, breaking ball, and we're at a full count. That breaking ball, when it's coming inside like that, it looks so good. But as a hitter, you got to realize, pick up that spin. We're looking for something to drive that in the opposite field gap.
Now we're looking for Luke to find something here and come up with a big hit here at full count situation.
Probably see Brody be moving on this pitch. Ball inside, ball 4. That's going to put runners at first and second. Hall steps into the batter's box.
Always great as a pitcher to be able to step in and know you have a chance to help your own cause here. It'd be huge to get on the board here in the bottom of the first inning.
So we've seen the pitcher establish some strikes off the curveball. We've yet to see a fastball for a strike. So if I'm Caleb coming into the box,
Might have a quick hook here.
We are seeing a pitching change. Looks like they're bringing the center fielder, Anthony Belcastro. No, excuse me, I take that out. Jacob Bart. Looks like they're going to bring Jacob Bart in, slide the right fielder, which was Colton Lanham, over to center, and now we're putting Alex Green into right. So not really sure what's going on, but a quick hook. Folks, let's take a quick break, and we will be right back with runners on first and second, no outs. Opening day, Bulldog Nation.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
All right, folks, welcome back. We're going to have the center fielder, number 22, coming in, Jacob Bart. He's a lefty. Going to face the lefty, Caleb Hall, with no outs. Bottom of the first. Runners are at first and second. Interesting decision here by the coach opening day to pull the starter after only 2 batters. Not sure if there's an injury there. Not sure if there's, something underlying that we don't know about. Hopefully not. Never want to see any of these young men have anything wrong.
Now for the Cougars, number 22, Jacob Bart.
Looks like the Cougars are going to bring their first baseman playing up. Possibly thinking a bunt situation. That's going to be ball one, up and in. This will be Caleb's first at bat since sophomore season. Swing on and miss. Looks like strike one. 1-1 count. Runners at first and second. We got Brody Brockelman at second and Luke Rakiski at first. Swung on and fouled off deep down the left field line.
Two strike count here. Caleb will be in protect mode.
1 ball, 2 strikes as he awaits the lefty hurler from the mound. Swung on, ground ball to first base, could be 2 out.
That's what we call a meaningful out. Move the runners over, if nothing else.
Works like a sack bunt. Could have very easily been 2 outs right there, though. We dodged that one. Now at the plate, Mr. Dane Murphy. We have 1 out, runners at second and third. Takes ball outside.
So the Bulldogs in a similar situation to Lincoln. Lincoln also had runners on second and third with 1 out when they were hitting. They had a strikeout in this situation. Dane will be looking to get the ball in play here and at least get 1 home, if not 2.
You know, watching Dane come up through, watching him play a lot this fall and summer, I will tell you what the young man does well. He knows how to score runs. He knows how to manufacture runs. He knows how to get a bat on the ball and do his job. We got a 3-0 count here. This comes back to that situation. Take a hard strike. A lot of times in high school, a kid's going to come back after they have a 3-0 count. They throw a strike. They're going to bring the same pitch again. So take that as a hard strike. Ball outside. We got bases loaded. For the big man, Mr. Malachi Kelly, number 8, he's our first baseman. This will be his first at bat as a Bulldog. Bases loaded, 1 out.
A few days removed from the basketball court, Malachi will be looking to make a big contribution with his bat.
That's right. He was just down at the state tournament. He takes strike 1 from the lefty. Again, this is a young man that knows how to control a bat. He knows how to get a job done, and he also knows his role. Nice swing on a hit. It's a catch by the right fielder, but that's going to bring a play to the plate. Brody Brockman comes across, RBI.
The Bulldogs jump in front here. 2 productive outs. Caleb Hall's out. Move the runners to second and third. Put 2 men in scoring position. Malachi right there makes the most of his at bat, getting the ball in the air. Brody didn't tag up at first. He had to go back and tag up, but there was no throw. He's in there, and the Bulldogs are in front.
Mr. Tristan Swiger, the young man with the phenomenal play at second base, is in the box. Takes ball 1 up and out. Again, this is a young man that plays 2 sports in the spring. Last year, was phenomenal on the baseball field, but also was the state champ in track season, track and field, with the pole vault. Pole vault, state champion from last year. You don't see a lot of those in the area.
You know, Coach Burnside loves him.
Oh, yes. Swing on. Foul ball, strike 1, 1-1 count.
Track and field, always a big staple in Doddridge County. Tons of state championships.
Yeah, has been for years. They've been known for that forever. Those of you just joining us, what we have now is we have runners at first and second, 2 outs. Tristan Swiger in the box. So far, the Bulldogs have done this with no hits, but executing good baseball. There's a ground ball towards the shortstop. See what we have. Comes up, fires across the diamond, not in time.
The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag, but I think he was going to beat it anyway.
I think it's a hit anyway. I think that was a slow chopper to the shortstop. That's going to be our first hit, but that's not going to score a run, but that will load him up and bring to the plate Mr. Evan Kelly.
That brings to the plate number 4.
And now, if you're Doddridge County, you're thinking crooked number here. The 1-0 lead is nice, but you'd love to see a 2, 3, 4 spot here and really build that lead early.
These guys in the bottom part of the lineup, their job is to flip it over. So whatever it takes right here. Swing on, foul ball. Oh! That could have went a couple different ways, Coach. There was some English on that ball.
Did have some funny spin.
Wow. Evan has put in work. I will tell you, I watched this young man all fall, all winter. I think we're going to see some of the best part of his output be on the mound as a lefty hurler. Ground ball to the right side, scooped up by Mr. Moore, and that's going to do it for the first inning here. Bulldogs walk away with a run scored on one hit, no errors, and a couple walks. We'll be right back.
Bulldogs won.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
All right, welcome back. We are going to start the top of the second. Caleb Hall is up on the mound still for the Bulldogs, and it looks like we're going to have number 26 for the Cougars. Looks like that's going to be number 6 in the 6 hole, A.J. Bart, the second baseman. So if you're the Cougars, although you didn't come away with anything that first inning, Coach, is there success there? What do they build on? If you're their coach, what are you looking at for this start of the second inning?
I mean, you never want to be behind, but with the bases loaded there, that could have got a lot worse for them, a lot uglier, and they did a good job of minimizing damage there, getting a key out. For the most part, there a lot of soft contact. Their pitchers just were struggling to find the zone there, but also kudos to Dodders there for finding a way to scratch a run across.
Right. You know, you look at the baseball stats, the things that happened in that inning for the bottom of the inning for the Bulldogs will never show up on paper, but if you're a baseball guy, you kind of understand. Baseball's a game of chess. Moving players, creating opportunities, and that's exactly what we did. Runners on first and second, we moved the runners over. Then you get a fly ball line drive to right field that scores a run. In the book, no hits, no errors, but we got a run on the board.
Earlier when we were messing with the setup here, you'd accidentally put 1-0 Dodders. I think you may have just willed it into existence there.
Yeah, I knew what I was doing. We're learning this system. Here we go. Top of 2. First pitch. Strike 1 by the lefty.
Nice fastball there for Caleb to start this hitter off.
In the box is the number 6 hitter, A.J. Bart, second baseman. Take strike 2. Quickly, we are 0-2.
Caleb attacking the zone here on the leadoff hitter in the second inning.
Fastball, curveball. Delivers. Strike 3 right down the middle. Fastball. Kind of fooled him. Probably was thinking there. Maybe wasn't thinking a strike was going to come.
How you doing? Nice to see you. See you later.
That's it. That's efficient.
One out in the inning, that brings up number 6, Chris Mazie for the Lincoln Cougars.
At the plate, Chris Mazie. He's going to see strike. Oh, no, that's a ball. Ball up. I saw the umpire move his hand up. I thought he was going to give us a strike, but we've got a 1-0 count. Breaking ball just a bit up.
I think he wanted to call it.
And we got a fastball inside. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on. Wind is dead right now. No help from Mother Nature on a ball to the outfield. Everything should be straight up. Swing on, fly ball down the right field line. That's going to go out of play and bring up 2 balls, 1 strike. At the plate, number 6, Chris Mazie. And he's going to be looking at a 2-1 count.
Nice pitch.
Fastball in the outside corner.
Painted the corner very nicely
2-2.
there.
Caleb has lived out there so far today. Hasn't came in much for strikes. Lived on the outside corner. Now we got a 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery. Off speed. Got him. Ball in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Throw up the first base line. And we have 2 outs. Nobody on.
Caleb doing a good job working to the bottom half of Lincoln's order here. A couple strikeouts here to start the inning, and now you're looking for that 3-up, 3-down inning.
As a senior pitcher, this is what you should do. This is what you expect to do. As a coach, this is why he's on the mound. This is why you let your seniors do things. You expect them to attack the zone. No free bases. Number 27 is at the plate right now. This is Cody Mooney. He's the DH. He's got a 1 ball, no strikes. His first at bat for the season. And we got strike 1. Fastball in the outside corner. Might have gotten a little bit off that plate, but if the coach is going to give it, if the umpire is going to give it, we're going to take it. 1-1 count. Off speed.
It's another important part of the game for a pitcher too. Different umpires are going to call differently on different days, and identifying the zone, knowing the zone, and then staying there. That's always huge for a pitcher.
We had a missed the writing here. I couldn't read it very well. Let me give a correction. Number 27 is Cade Mooney. Cade Mooney. Fastball on the inside. That's going to bring up 2-2 count. The DH, Cade Mooney. This is as a hitter, you got to think he doesn't want to go to a full count. It's probably going to bring a strike.
Ooh.
They appeal it down the first base line. No, he did not. We're going to see full count. 2 outs. Top of 2.
I think Caleb will challenge him here. I think Caleb's going to make him beat him right here.
I would look fastball. Fouled back.
That's exactly what we got there. Fastball. Good job by Mr. Mooney there, staying alive.
Full count with 2 outs. Here's the windup. And the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Very good inning for the Bulldogs as we go into the bottom part of the second inning. Bulldogs are leading 1-0.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Check this out.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. It's a score of 1-0. We got the Lincoln Cougars here for opening day baseball at Bulldog Stadium. The sunshine is out. The wind is non-existent. Music is playing. Hot dogs are down and for sale in the concession stand. It is officially baseball season.
I know it's not summertime yet, but there is a country song that Kenny Chesney sings called Summertime. He talks about the ballpark and the hot dogs and stuff, and very fitting for today that this is baseball weather. This is what you wish you could put it in a bottle and just bring it out every time there's a baseball game.
Yeah.
Great second inning by Caleb there, striking out the side there, making work of the bottom of the order there. Huge 0 there, and it had to feel good for him.
We saw a short stint from the opening pitcher, Alex Green. He only faced 2 batters, then was pulled. From that moment on, we've seen Jacob Bart on the mound. And now we have in the box for the Bulldogs, number 3, having his first at bat, Mr. Josh DeHaven. Swing on and a hard ground ball to second base, fielded smoothly. Fires across, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Josh, another young man that was down in Charleston this past week at the state basketball tournament. Great all-around athlete. But I think that really runs in the DeHaven family. Great all-around athletes.
He's got a younger brother on the team. I've watched him do some workouts here. You know, he's definitely going to be a guy that can produce for the Bulldogs in the future. At the plate, We have the sophomore catcher, Mr. Maxwell Nicholson, another young man that eats, breathes, and lives baseball. This guy, if you want to find him, find a baseball, find a diamond somewhere, he'll be on it and he'll be working. So he goes.
Violent swing there. He wanted to do damage.
1-1 count. He's a guy that plays through so much. You never hear him complain. You don't hear him ask for days off. He's a guy that if you play 15 straight games, he will gladly catch 15 straight games. He goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing on, could be a base hit if it's down. Ooh, right fielder was playing way in. That takes away that flare.
Kind of felt like that ball hung up a little bit, too. It seemed like it was going to drop sooner than it did off the bat.
Apparently they got a good scouting report from the Cougars that he likes to put a flare over the second base bag. Now we're back at the top of the lineup. Brody Brockelman at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on, looking to start something here. Bulldogs in the bottom of the second, 1-0 over the Lincoln Cougars.
Now we try to go with 2 outs here. Nothing like a good 2-out rally.
Last time Brody's seen 4 pitches, all 4 balls, and now pitch 5 is a ball outside in the left-handed batter's box. Pitch 6 to Brody for the day, left-hander's batter's box. He's yet to see a strike even close to the zone. I know he's itching to swing. He's a young man that is not afraid to swing the bat, and for as small as he is, he's got a lot of pop in that thing. There's his first strike of the day, well struck over the left center fielder, goes back, makes the out. 3 up, 3 down. If you're Lincoln, you got to feel pretty good about that after the first inning that they had.
You've mentioned that the flag is standing still and there's not a lot of movement from the wind or anything today, and the fly balls, you can see that there. Some of these balls have looked better off the bat than they ended up being.
We've got second inning that has been retired. The score is 1-0 Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Check this out.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
Welcome back as we go in the top of the third inning. As we do hear from some of our sponsors, we want to thank everyone that jumps in and helps us sponsors for the Bulldog Nations. These young men and young women in the school, and not just for the Bulldog country, but for all the schools around that are able to have these video broadcasts. We thank those businesses and those people that get involved. This allows these young men, young women to go back and see things that most places don't offer, so we do thank you for that. With that being said, we have a new arm on the mound. This was the second baseman, Tristan Swiger, that had the great play in the first inning. He's a sophomore. This young man can run it up there. He's a mid-eights kind of guy. Very strong arm for a young player. Plays middle infield just as well as he can pitch. Malachi Kelly, as we said, from first base, being such an athlete, he's now at second base, and we brought Josh DeHaven from right field into first base, and Caleb Hall goes back out into right field. This Bulldog team is very versatile in where they can play.
Luxury as a baseball coach to have utility knife type players. Me myself, I'm a Dodgers fan. I know that's not a popular thing these days, but one of the things the Dodgers have always done is they've always had those utility guys, the Kike Hernandez type guys that can play multiple positions. Coaches love having guys that they can throw out there and throw them anywhere out there.
It does. It makes it nice. They've got plenty of depth on the bench. They got a young squad that came up from the junior high last year. This team is built for not just this season, but years to come. At the plate, top of the third, number 22, Jacob Bart, sees pitch 1 from the right-handed sophomore, strike 1 on the outside corner. I will tell you, if Tristan's going to do anything, he's going to compete. He's going to compete in the zone right now. He's quick working.
And this is the 9-hitter, too, so you want to get this out before the order flips back over.
Yep, that's correct. We got 0-2, top of 3, nobody on, nobody out. Swing on, foul ball.
Good pitch.
this summer and fall as we played in different places. I know a lot of the colleges around were starting to look at Tristan, and they said, where did this arm come from? He was 85, 86 in different places. I think the young man has a very big future, not only as a high jumper, but also as a pitcher on the mound and a player up the middle. But I will tell you that right arm, if it keeps developing, that's going to be something these coaches around the area are going to watch for.
Arm is definitely powerful. Right now it's outrunning his hat.
It is. He does have trouble. You think with those golden locks he could keep it on. 2-2. Ball outside. Quickly got on top. No balls. 2 strikes. Flirted with the outside of the plate. Now we see a 2-2 count with nobody on, nobody out. I expect him to come back and attack this zone here. Probably something fast and straight. There it was. Foul ball. Nice job by the number 22, Mr. Bart, staying alive.
Great at bat for your 9-hole hitter there to see pitches and extend the at bat. He seems to be well behind, but he's getting enough to stay alive.
Here's the delivery. Just a bit outside. That's going to bring a full count. You know, you hear the cheers, walk or knock right here. Don't chase anything bad, but also do not ever leave it up to the umpire to make the decision. Foul ball.
Just a very good at bat so far for this young man.
I think this is pitch number. He has seen 7 pitches so far. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 foul offs.
Buckle down, 12.
This would go down in the book as what we would call a quab. Quality at bat. How do we finish it? We'll find out. Slap to the left side. Brody with a field.
Great job of Brockelman getting over there, but it's just too deep in the hole to make a play.
Good base hit by the bottom of the lineup there, putting the top of the lineup up with runners and scoring, or with a runner on. That's what you're asking your bottom guys to do. Get on base, produce movement of runners. We now have a runner on first with the leadoff hitter back up in the box, Mr. Jacob Holt. If you remember, Jacob Holt had a base hit. I believe he had the spray hit. He had a fly out to center as the next 2 that had those. Oh, he punches out a ball outside. Oh and 1.
Love to see a ground ball to Brody or Malachi right now and work some.
The bunt.
Dane on his toes, ready to charge and attack.
That's something Dane Murphy's going to do even if he's on the football field. He's going to charge, he's going to attack. He doesn't change his demeanor on a baseball field. Squaring for the bunt. He pulls back. Ball in the dirt. That's going to give a free base up from the guy on first base. So that puts Mr. Bart in scoring position. Nobody out. So now this might change something. Are we going to stick with the bunt, try to get him to third, or are we swinging away? Ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position. We got the leadoff hitter, Mr. Jacob Holt, at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Fly ball to center field.
Nice pitch.
Attack the zone. Oh, they say he's a little up.
Goodness.
We got 3 balls, 1 strike. As an outfielder, might want to give a step here. 3-1 swings, usually your biggest swing. Okay, so we got a base hit. Now a walk. We got runners at first and second. This is going to bring up your number 2 hitter that did have the hit earlier today.
Opens up and out at any base there for the Bulldogs defense. A lot of different options now for the defense.
So now the question becomes, is this young man going to bunt? Is he going to try to get 2 runners in scoring position? Take away the double play, possibly.
Not a bad play, obviously, with their 3 and 4 hitters coming up behind him.
I would say that we might see a square bunt here. Here it comes. Ball outside, bouncing away. Maxwell doing a good job keeping it in front of him. Runner stays where they are. Runners at first and second. No outs. We got the number 2 hole hitter, Mr. Belcastro, at the plate, which is 1 for 1 today. Oh, he goes at it. That could have been ball 2, Coach.
Took a stab at one out of the zone there.
You know, a lot of guys, they don't like to work on the bunting aspect. They think, oh, this is, it's a degrade to bunt. This is a huge part right here for them. If he can lay this bunt down, that puts 2 guys in scoring position. Oh.
Self-defense foul ball.
Self-defense foul ball. That ball was thrown right at his chest. He tried to get out of the way of it. Luckily for us, it hit his bat.
And now Swagger's working with a 2-strike count.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners are at first and second. No outs. The score is 1-0. We had the no-hit runs in the first inning by the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs are up 1-0. It's the top of the third. Lincoln looking to do something here as we approach the plate. Swing on up the middle. Brockelman could get 2, touches second, throws it away at first base. And that's going to score a run. That's going to be a throwing error.
You hate to say it there. Brady just rushed a little bit with the ball. The ball pulled him towards the bag there. Had a little more time than I think he realized, just trying to make a play.
And that ties us up in the third inning. And we're back to where we were. We got a runner on second base, but we now have an out. It's good to see Tristan come back with a strike right there following that. Young man on the mound has seen a lot of innings, so he doesn't get rattled very easily. So after an error and a score, come back and throw strike 1 is always something that you're looking for. Breaking ball's going to be up, going to be a 1-1 count.
Always good to have players that are thinking about the next play instead of the last play.
That's right. Baseball short-term memory. You got to get ready because the next pitch is coming. Just a bit outside and in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. At the plate is the 3-hole hitter, Colton Edwards. Looking to score a run here with a base hit possibly. Swing on, drove to third base. He runs him back, checks him. Nice job, throw across the diamond. Shortstop didn't fill in behind. That allows the runner to advance, but we do have 2 outs on the board.
Big key there. Get that second out now, and the play once again is at first base here. See if Mr. Swagger can get out of this and limit the damage to 1.
So what you're looking for on that play is when a ball's hit to the third baseman, the shortstop needs to sprint immediately. If they sprint immediately to that third base bag, now the guy at second has to stay there. No one was there, so that allowed him to advance. We have Mr. Moore at the plate, the cleanup hitter, 0 for 1 today. He takes strike 1 off speed on the outside of the plate. Probably not a bad idea to stay away from this big man on the inside. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by the pitcher. Nice throw over to first base, and top of 3 is over. They come away with a score. They have tied it up. It is a 1-1 ball game, and we will be back for the bottom of the third.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 3, we got a ball game. We're still seeing on the mound for the Cougars, number 22, Jacob Bart. Didn't start the game. If you're just joining us, he did not start the game. We had Alex Green started, seen 2 batters. Coach saw something he didn't like, made the switch, brought in Mr. Bart on the mound. and he's been on the mound ever since and very efficient for the Cougars.
Yeah, he's pitched well here. He'll be looking for that shutdown inning now after his offense scraped a run across, manufactured a run, I guess. Fortunate there with the throwing there. But now for Doddridge County, you're looking to get right back on the horse and retake the lead. 2, 3, 4 guys coming up. Great opportunity to do it.
Number 50, Luke Rakiski, steps into the plate, and he was another young man, saw 4 straight balls. Luke definitely has some power into that swing. He is a commit to Potomac State. Had a great summer this year playing with the U.S. Elite. He's a young man that knows how to swing a bat. Here we go, drive to right field. Right fielder's going back, camps under it, and makes the play.
Fly balls are just not carrying. Although we finally do see a little movement from the flag out there, the fly balls are dying so far today in West Union.
Yes, they are. That's going to bring up the other senior, number 7, Caleb Hall. Caleb had the out to first base that moved the runners over. Little baseball action in the first inning. So here we are in the bottom of the 3, second at bat for Caleb of the season.
Hello. I'm trying to call you.
He leaves that ball up. We're going to have 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on. I'd like to see these bats get going. I'm kind of shocked we haven't seen any better. There's a hard hit ball, deep right field. It's high and going nowhere. Caught by the right fielder. A little bit too much air under that one. That's going to be a very quick 2 outs by the Cougars.
They said in the movie Major League, too high, too high.
Yeah. Off the bat, it was crushed. Way too high in the air. We have 2 outs. Dane Murphy in the box. Sees pitch 1. Swung on. Foul ball straight back. It's going to be 0-1. Bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 ball game. Dane Murphy at the plate facing Jacob Bart. 1-1 count.
That doesn't look like a backdoor breaking ball there. That almost came back into the zone. Good pitch.
Yeah, it did. Swing on, foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
If you're looking for any sign of encouragement right now, Caleb and Luke both did hit the ball well here. Hopefully Dane can hit the ball and find a gap, find a hole.
Those things will start following. Just beat the pitcher. Is your job swing on and miss, strike 3, a very efficient inning for the Cougars. Mr. Bart retires 3 up, 3 down, and we are going to the top of the 4th, tied 1-1, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook. Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
All right, folks, we're back. Top of the 4th, number 7, Alex Green. The center fielder is at the plate, and we still have Tristan Swiger on the mound for the Bulldogs in a 1-1 ball game, opening game here for the 2026 baseball season.
Mentioned before the game, 2 programs steeped in proud baseball traditions. Pretty much what you would expect here so far.
I think he got a little excited for that one, Coach. 60 foot 6 inches is what we're looking for, and I think that ball went about 54 feet, but we did get a swing out of it, so it's going to be no balls, 1 strike.
Took one of the weirder bounces I've ever seen a baseball take.
There was a lot of English on that. There's a strike.
And just straight back with the fastball there. 2 strike count here for Swagger.
Top of 4. Nobody on, nobody out. 0-2. Here comes the pitch, the delivery. Swung on and miss in the dirt. Maxwell gathers it up, throws to first base. Off target, throws it to right field. We got runners running. Fielded by the right fielder. He's going to attempt to go to third. We can throw him out. And he's out at third base. Wow.
Doddridge County struggling a little bit with self-inflicted wounds, but I think the decision to go to third there may have been a self-inflicted wound for the Lincoln, so they answered our mistake with theirs. Grateful for it, 1 down.
So we had a swing and a miss in the dirt, throw away by Maxwell to right field. The runner goes from first to second. Obviously, he's going to be safe, but he attempts to test the arm in the relay of the Bulldogs, and we throw him out at third base by about 5 feet. 1 out. Tristan Swigert on the mound, facing number 26.
The key there is Tristan started off with a strikeout here. We'll see how he attacks the second hitter of the inning.
Foul tip by Mr. Bart. And we got a 1-1 count. Nobody on, 1 out, 1-1.
Bart is the 6th hitter. He struck out there in the second inning whenever Caleb struck out the side. He was the leadoff hitter in that inning.
Umpire wipes off the plate. Maybe some rubber got on it. Definitely not any dirt.
Rubber pellets are building up.
Yeah. And we're ready to play ball. Nobody on, nobody out. 1-1 count. Pitch delivered. Fastball swung on up the middle. Brody Brockman scoops it up, spins, throws wide.
Great range by Brody getting to the ball. He had to make a quick throw there and pulled the first baseman off the bag.
Great range. Maybe just set your feet a little bit more, get a little bit more balance, but a play like that is so fast.
That brings to the plate number 6, Chris Mazie.
Bang, bang play there. Probably another one that would be an infield single.
I agree. We did put an error on the board for the errant throw from in the play before that. This brings up number 6, Chris Mazie at the plate with 1 out, runner at first. Swigert delivers, swing on, fly ball to right. Oh, shallow.
Get it to second base.
Second base by the right fielder, and we got 2 outs.
Caleb Hall right there on the money.
You know, that's tough as a runner. If that ball is caught by the second baseman and you take off, you're going to get doubled up. So if you play that the way it's supposed to be played, if the right fielder is there, there's a good chance you're going to get thrown out. Good heads-up baseball by Doddridge, and that's just part of it for Lincoln. No mistake on their end, but now we have 2 outs, runner at first, and at the plate, Mr. Cade Mooney.
Cade also a strikeout victim there in the second inning.
I gave it a Phil's choice. Force out second.
Fastball in the inside corner for strike 1. That's going to bring up a 1-1 count. 2 outs, runner at first. We've got a little bit of a breeze going out to left center. Old Glory starting to move a little bit. Breaking ball on the inside of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs. Cougars at the plate, top of 4. Good patience.
Had some unusual plays here in this inning. We had the strikeout that led to a put out at third base. We had the ball dropping to no man's land. You end up getting like a 9-6 put out there. Just unusual scoring here this inning.
You don't see a whole lot of 9-6 put outs as a fielder's choice.
Yeah.
2-2 count. Swung on a miss for strike 3. In an awkward situation, the Bulldogs come out of there with nobody hurt, no runs scored, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
Okay, we go to the bottom.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
All right, we are back for the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied up at 1. Had some peculiar plays in that last inning. Some things you don't usually see all the time, but this, nonetheless, the Bulldogs come away unscathed, and it brings Malachi Kelly up to the plate. Malachi had the sacrifice fly to right field to score our lone run. He's a young man that transferred in here from Bridgeport High School, a young man that's grown up playing baseball all over. I know he has a lot of good looks. We talked about seniors that are committed with Luke Rakiski and Caleb Hall. Malachi Kelly has had several offers so far. He is waiting for a couple other offers to come across, but he's definitely a young man that will play at the next level if he so chooses. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball sneaks in on the backside of it for strike 1.
Backdoor breaking ball is solid.
He is. He's snuck a few of those in there so far. He's done really well after coming in. Swing on, hard ground ball to shortstop, gobbled up, fired across the diamond, and we have 1 out.
Malachi lunged a little bit at that one there. Hit it off balance a little bit.
All right, now at the plate for the Bulldogs, Tristan Swiger. Started the game at second base, had a tremendous play, and now has been very efficient on the mound for the last 2 innings. Swings on line drive over the left fielder's head. That could be extra bases. That's going to two-hop the wall. That's going to put Swiger with the first extra base hit of the season for the team. That's going to feel good to see some things start coming off the bat like that.
The last couple innings, the Bulldogs have hit the ball better as a whole. Some other ones hung up in the air. That one was able to get down there. Great hit by Tristan.
I know as a pitcher, it's always nice to help yourself out.
Absolutely.
Now he's standing on second base with Evan Kelly coming to the plate. Number 4, a lefty hitter, lefty pitcher. Young man that plays some outfield. He'll play some first base. Very versatile in what he can do, and his bat has just really came on in this offseason. Wild pitch is going to allow Tristan to stand up safely at third base. That puts a runner at third, 1 out.
Now you're looking for a ball in play just to get that run across anyway.
1-1 ball game. This is a crucial run to score. We can do it in a lot of ways. Infield is not up, so ground ball anywhere but the pitcher is going to score him. He takes strike 1. We got 1 ball, 1 strike. I wouldn't even mind to see a little safety squeeze here. Bunt that ball up the first base line. First baseman's way back. It would be easy. Swing on and miss for strike 2. We're 90 feet away from the Bulldogs taking the lead. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Runner at second off the double of Tristan. Wild pitch, put him on third. Evan Kelly in the box looking for the pitch. Here it comes. Swing on, foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third, 1 out.
Great job there. Great battle. You're staying alive. You want to put the ball in play. We're thinking contact here.
Anywhere but the pitcher puts the Bulldogs on the top of the scoreboard. He gets a sign. He delivers to the home plate. Breaking ball just a bit up. That's going to give him new life. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Evan Kelly at the plate. He is a junior. Has had a good career so far, but I will be the first to say it. His best baseball is ahead of him. Swung on. That's going to score a run. Fly ball to left field. Camped under it. Now we got a play coming to the plate. Good strong throw by the left fielder, but Swiger scores. Excellent job by the junior Evan Kelly at the plate. Sacrifice fly puts the Bulldogs up 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
And as a coach, you love getting the big hits. You love the home runs, the gap shots, and all that. So far, the Bulldogs have 2 runs on the board, productive outs, just finding ways to get around the bases and then making the most of opportunities.
That's right. At the plate, Josh DeHaven. Josh is a senior. Didn't get a lot of baseball in this winter due to being a productive guy for the basketball team that was down at the state tournament. So he is really working to get back on page here as he goes down 0 balls, 2 strikes. He's a versatile athlete. I've been around him a little bit so far. Got to see him. I'll tell you this, he will soak up what's coached at him. He can play several positions, and he does not care where he plays. If he's in the lineup, he's happy. Ground ball to the right side. That's going to slow roller. He's fast. And
absolutely.
We got an infield base hit.
Something else that runs in that DeHaven family is a lot of speed. So you hit a corkscrew ball like that, you got a great chance of beating it out.
So we got a runner at first base, 2 outs.
2 down in the inning. That brings to the plate the catcher, number 9.
Now at the plate, number 9, Maxwell Nicholson, our catcher. Maxwell's another one of those kids that plays baseball all year round, plays all over the country. Love to see this young man step in and do a job here. Definitely a good hitter. Ball inside in the dirt. That's going to bring up 1-0.
Getting on base and extending the inning here for the top of the order would be huge.
I will say, Coach, I think if we can get to the top of that lineup with runners in scoring position, I think these guys are ready to really come unglued at the plate. I think we're ready. We got those opening day jitters out. You know, it's something we've been looking forward to. I think we'll see the 3rd time around this lineup, we'll see a lot more production. Pickoff move by the lefties are always sneaky, and that one was the same there as we slide back in on the pickoff attempt. DeHaven was well aware, didn't get caught off guard. Nice job by Coach Rakiski, keeping in the ear of his players. 1 ball, no strikes, runner at first, 2-1. Bulldogs on top, swung on hard ground ball to shortstop, but that's going to make for an easy 3rd out. But the Bulldogs come away with a couple hits, a run, no errors, and we're going to go top of 5. Bulldogs lead 2-1.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs! Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back, top of the 5. Your score, if you're just joining us, is 2-1. This is going to be the 3rd pitcher of the game so far for the Bulldogs. We saw 2 innings by Caleb Hall, then we saw 2 innings by Tristan Swiger, and I'm venturing to say maybe the next 2 innings by the new pitcher, lefty Evan Kelly. He's been doing a lot of work in the offseason. Coach, he's a guy that has a lot of movement to his pitches. I think the key for him is, can he stay in the strike zone? And if he does, he's hard to hit.
Definitely seems to be the plan for Nate. The coaching staff today, get a couple innings out of a few guys here, spread the pitches out. One thing that was consistent there with Caleb and Tristan both, the first inning, took a batter or two to get settled in there, but they both were able to settle in, and their second innings were much better than their first innings here. We'll be hoping Evan can come in here and put up a 0 after the Bulldogs retook the lead.
You know, the scores have came off of some abnormal baseball plays and then some just normal baseball, moving runners over, moving the chess pieces by some swinging bunts, moving chess pieces by fly balls, sac flies, and things like that. So it's been good baseball all around. The errors that we've seen have not been horrendous errors. They've been mostly errors just on some errant throws, which is coming with the season, seeing live at-bats, live runners. You know, for these guys, it's the first time that they've seen this in quite a while, so it's got to play a role in some of these mistakes that we're seeing.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get in the first game. Usually you take the first game and flush it as you move on, but you're definitely hoping to get the win, though. You mentioned the runs being a little unconventional. Dodgers just 2 runs. Both came off sacrifice flies. Sacrifice fly from Evan Kelly, sacrifice fly from Malachi Kelly, and then the Cougars scored their only run on a throwing error.
We look around this infield right now. We got Dane Murphy at third. He's a junior. We got a junior, Brody Brockelman, at shortstop. We've got a sophomore at second base. You got a senior at first, a junior on the mound, and a sophomore behind the dish. Pitch 1 comes just a bit up. With that being said, 1 senior on the infield. You go to left field, and you've got, I believe, Mr. DeHaven, senior, Rakiski, senior, Caleb Hall, senior. So you got 4 out of 9 are seniors, but the bulk of your infield are returners next year. That's got to make you feel good as a coach, as we see 2 balls, no strikes by Evan Kelly, but they're misses, but not by a lot. At the plate for the Cougars is number 22, Jacob Bart. He has come in as a lefty pitcher, done a great job. Again, he didn't start. As he sees strike 1, he didn't start the game. He was actually the center fielder, but quickly, after just 2 batters, came in and has done a phenomenal job pitching ever since. Evan Kelly winds up, delivers the pitch, turns around for the bunt. That lands in fair territory, but bounces foul. That is going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Be interesting to see if Lincoln makes the decision to stay with Mr. Bart or maybe make their own move to a different pitcher in the home half of the 5th, as definitely felt like Doddridge had better at bats for the most part up and down the lineup there the second time through. You mentioned in the bottom of the 5th they'll start their 3rd trip through the order.
I know anytime that you are a hurler and a pitcher, you want them, that 3rd time through is dangerous. There's a great breaking ball in there for strike 3. Excellent job by Evan.
Great job battling back there. He got a 2-0 count there and just came back with 3 straight strikes. Love to get that first batter out when you come into the game.
The confidence level of this young man has just exploded. We spent a lot of time this fall playing at some colleges, and he pitched against college hitters and really found that he doesn't have to be overpowering fast. He just needs to be nasty. He just needs to have movement on the baseball, locate well, be able to throw 2 to 3 pitches for a strike, and that's what he's been able to do, and we saw it here as he quickly goes up. No balls, 1 strike. There's a flare over top the shortstop's head for a base hit. Number 9, that's the leadoff, Jacob Holt, with a base hit. We've got 1 out, runner at first.
The old expression goes, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You've seen pitchers that have overpowered. You got like your Paul Skeens type guys like that. But then you saw guys like Greg Maddox that used a lot of spin, off-speed stuff. Definitely different ways to get it done on the mound.
I think he's embraced that. A lot of these guys think, well, I don't throw 85 or I don't throw 82. I don't throw 90. You don't have to. Command the zone with more than 1 pitch, and you'll be pretty successful in high school. At the plate, number 4, Anthony Belcastro, the 2-hole hitter.
Not a bad first pitch there, trying to get the backdoor breaking ball, just missed by a little.
Leadoff hitter, Mr. Holt, is on first base by a base hit. The Cougars are out hitting on the charts. Fly ball right field. Hall goes back. Looks like he's going to settle under it. And we've got 2 outs, runner at first.
Nice play for Caleb there, and the Bulldogs will be looking to get out of this with no damage.
2 down inning. That brings up
Three-hole hitter, number
Colton
17, Colton Edwards. You know, as a three-hole hitter, you look for him to be a guy that has the versatility to be a good contact, but a lot of power. Probably a guy that produces a lot of energy at the plate. So we'll see how he faces against the southpaws. We check the runner at first base. Scoop play by Malachi Kelly. We got Kelly back at first base. He was at first base, then second base, now back at first, showing off the versatility of the Bulldogs. As the first pitch to the three-hole hitter Edwards comes. And it's a breaking ball for strike one.
Great pitch there to start the batter.
Beautiful sunny day here on a Saturday. Ball game was slated for 12 o'clock. Cougars didn't have very far to travel. They're about 35, 40 minutes down the road from us. So a friendly neighborhood game to start the season off by two programs looking to make a little bit more noise than they did last year. Both programs believing they can. We've got a 1-1 count on Edwards with 2 outs. Holt is at first. Top of 5. Bulldogs are on top 2-1. We got a wild throw over top the first baseman. That's going to put a guy probably going to third. That one's going to get there. Now we got a throwing error.
Situation still manageable, 2 outs. A little stickier situation than you were in, but just get the batter here and all will be well.
So on the pickoff attempt, the runner goes from first to third on the wild throw. We still have 2 outs, 1-1 count to Edwards. Pitch delivered. Excellent job by the catcher, Maxwell, keeping that ball in front of him. You know, catchers don't get enough credit. You know, people want to point out when a catcher makes mistakes, oh, they let that ball go by, but they forget to give the praise when they keep balls in front of them. And there's a prime example. If that ball gets by, it's automatic score. Great slide to block, and it's 2-1. Again, nice job keeping it in front of him. We've got 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at third. Maxwell doing what a leader does, going to walk out, talk to his pitcher, calm him down.
Putting the gear on back there, it's one of the hardest positions, if not the hardest position on the field. You're geared up. Hot days, it's going to be a little extra hot for you. Your knees are hurting. You're crouched all the time, so it can definitely be a thankless job.
It is. It is. And the good thing is, you know, Maxwell, as a freshman, caught almost every game last year for the Bulldogs. Now he's a sophomore. Very seasoned sophomore, if I might say. And we got a 3-1 count. Kelly delivers from the windup. Here comes the pitch to Edwards. And that's going to be on the outside corner for strike 2. So the little conversation may have paid off there. We got a full count. Cougars looking to tie this game up. It's 2-1, Bulldogs, top of 5. Here comes the full count pitch. Breaking ball, and it's slapped away. Excellent job by the batter to stay alive. That definitely was breaking in there. That back door has been called a few times.
That's the key as a hitter. If you have 2 strikes, even if you don't necessarily think it's going to be a strike, foul it off, see another pitch.
Full count, 2 outs from the windup. Here comes Kelly to Edwards. Swing on, fly ball left field. This should be caught. High fly ball, and we make the out. Cougars definitely put the pressure on there, took advantage of some of the miscues on throws, and we will head to the bottom half of the 5, the top of the lineup, Brockman, Rakiski, and Hall when we return 2-0 or 2-1 Bulldogs.
Check this out.
Okay, here we go, Bulldog fans. It's the bottom of the 5. This is going to be the third time through the lineup, so I do feel that we'll see better approaches. We'll see probably better productivity. At least that's my hope and wish. But we are going to see a new arm, a righty, number 6, Mr. Mr. Chris Mazie on the mound for the Cougars. This will be their third pitcher. However, Mr. Bart did the brunt of the work, did an excellent job holding this high potent offense of the Bulldogs to just 2 runs. And now we'll see what the righty has in store as we see our leadoff hitter, Brody Brockelman, come to the plate.
We mentioned earlier the Bulldogs, they had better at-bats for the most part, 1 through 9 there. That second time through, not surprised to see the pitching change. Give the batters something different to look at and hopefully catch them off balance. For Dodgers on the offensive side right now, I'd like to see Brody start something off here, get on base. Let's put a couple guys on in front of our 3, 4, 5 guys, see if we can't put a couple runs up and get some insurance, extend the lead a little bit.
Well, Brody Brockman last year finished the year with a 367 batting average, and he was a 461 on base guy. He's not afraid to swing the bat. He gets on base well, typical leadoff guy. He has not seen a lot of good pitches today. That one nearly hit him as he goes into an 0-1. Last year he had 29 hits, 15 of those were singles, but he had 10 doubles, and there's a lace to left field. Could get over his head. That's going to be extra bases, 1 hop the wall. Brody is going to be standing on second. Excellent line drive by the leadoff hitter. Just like I was saying, although he's a leadoff, he's got pop. He had 10 doubles last year and 4 triples. So there's a beautiful double, 1 hop the wall in the left field to start off. And the Bulldogs are in scoring position.
Side and left says 325. That one had to be about 315 there. He didn't miss it by much. Great start for the Bulldog offense.
Mr. Rakiski coming to plate. Last year, Mr. Rakiski had 28 hits. 7 of those were doubles and 3 were triples. And he had a batting average of 333 with an on-base percentage of 412. Shows the bunt, pulls it back. We're going to go strike 1 on the batter. Brody Brockman at second after the double. Curveball on the inside, just misses, brings up 1-1. Folks, we are in the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs are leading 2-1. Brockman on second. Swung on and drove in the ground by number 50, Rakiski. I think he's looking at Coach and saying, Coach, that was my pitch. I just missed it.
2 strikes here. Looking for a base hit. Definitely want to move Brody.
Swing on and a miss for strike 3. Brody is second base. What we can't do, we cannot leave runners in scoring position. I think Coach at first wanted to over. This brings up Caleb Hall. Had a good at bat last time, deep fly ball. Takes ball 1 low. We've got 1 out. Runner on second. Number 6, Chris Mazie's at the plate. Swing on, that's going to pull a runner over, but definitely not a ball we probably should have been swinging at right there, Coach. Not with 1 out.
So Brody moves 90 feet away, 2 outs, and it'll be up to Dane to get him home. When you get that guy at second base with nobody outs, you definitely want to manufacture the run there, if nothing else. So big spot for Dane here. We'll be hoping for a 2-out ribby.
Dane Murphy, definitely the guy. He was the hottest bat of the team last year as he sees pitch number 1 off speed to the inside. Dane last year was a 378 hitter, 442 on base percentage. 31 hits, which led the team. 22 of those were singles, 7 doubles, and 2 triples. So he's got some pop in that bat, and I will tell you, it's better this year than it was last year. Dane is a junior, plays third base. Takes another ball outside. Quickly a 3-0 count.
Not too much competitive in this at bat there. Nothing really close to the zone so far for Dane.
Definitely going to be taking a hard take here. Track it in. Gives him the fastball, just barely off the plate. That's a good called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. If I'm Dane, I'm thinking I'm hunting the same pitch. He goes curveball, breaking ball on the inside, and walks him.
Malachi had an RBI earlier on a sacrifice fly. He'll be looking for at least another RBI, if not 2 RBIs here. Big spot for him, 2 on, 2 out. The Bulldogs need some more runs.
Malachi Kelly, no stats on him from last year as he transferred in, but I will tell you this, watching him all summer and all fall, the young man has an explosive bat. He's a 6'3", 6'4" athlete, putting on some weight, putting a little more power behind the bat, but he's very good at contact. Runner goes, we go to throw him out, and they got him at second base. Great throw by the catcher, 1 hop, tagged him out. Bulldogs strand a runner in the first at bat with a double by Brockelman, and we just cannot manufacture him across the plate. And we're going to roll to the top of the 6th. Bulldogs ahead 2-1.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
All right, folks, I see a couple questions coming in. Just popped on. What's the score? Score is 2-1, Doddridge County on top. We've watched a couple of the runners get stranded in scoring position. We've also seen a couple miscues leading to people on base for the Cougars. All in all, pretty decently clean game. Pitchers have been very efficient for the Bulldogs, and I'll be honest, has been very efficient from the Cougars. Both coaches have got to be happy in the way that their pitchers have attacked this opening game of the season. It's early. First time seeing a lot of live batting and being in a ball game. Both teams' pitchers have done very well, and Bulldogs are on pitcher number 3, Mr. Evan Kelly. Last inning had a very efficient inning, and he looks to build on that in the top of the 6th.
Has not been a ton of 3 up, 3 down on either side. The pitchers have done a good job. They've worked into trouble but worked out of trouble for the most part, limiting damage. Only 3 runs on the board from both sides. Doddridge in front 2-1.
Top of the 6th, number 32, Bryson Moore.
All right, Mr. Moore is coming to the plate. Like we said before, this young man definitely comes from a family of baseball. I believe all those boys down there have played a whole lot of ball, and he has definitely made some noise throughout his career. Big young man with a lot of pop behind the bat. Evan better stay away from the inside of that. As he delivers, ball 1.
In the cleanup spot for Lincoln, he's had a couple big opportunities, both at bats today. He had a runner on third base. It was unable to cash in on those.
Delivers the plate low.
Now getting his first opportunity with a little less pressure there, trying to start a rally instead of finish a rally. See how he does here.
Falling behind 2-0 here. 2 balls, no strikes. What you don't want to do is still leave a fastball middle in against the cleanup hitter. If it could be dangerous if we do so, but here comes the pitch just inside on that line for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
The first batter of his first inning, he also had a 2-0 count and then came back with 3 straight strikes. We're hoping for the same here from Evan.
Here's the delivery, 2 balls, 1 strike to Mr. Moore. Swung on, great breaking ball into the dirt. We got a 2-2 count. Those of you that are listening, we thank you for tuning in and being able to be a part of this. Would love to hear where you guys are from to see where all we have people tuning in around the country. 2-2 count comes in on him for strike 3. Excellent job coming back after a 2-0 start. He pumps in 3 straight strikes and retires the cleanup hitter. Now we look at the 5th hole hitter, number 7, Alex Green, the center fielder.
Strike 3 there was the same place strike 1 was, the inside corner, getting that. Maybe Evan needs those 2 balls to get going there, but he's done that back-to-back innings now, 2-0 to a strikeout.
There was that backdoor off speed coming in there. He had to get rid of it. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the delivery. Swung on, hit to the third baseman. Dane fires across, double pump, and throws it off target to Malachi Kelly. And the rule of thumb is if you take the extra pump before you throw, it usually isn't a good thing. It takes you off your rhythm.
3 or 4 throwing errors for the Bulldogs today. They've been able to limit damage on most of them here. They'll be looking to do the same here, work their way out of this. And 5 outs away from a win right now. Need 2 to get to that last frame there. Let's work our way through this.
At the plate, A.J. Bart with a runner on first after the throwing error. Score is 2-1, Doddridge. I got a young man just turned on here. He's tuning in from Duluth, Minnesota. I bet it's not 65 degrees there.
Probably not.
Here comes the delivery. Fly ball into right field. That's going to be down on the line. Foul ball. Just foul. That could have been ugly right there, Coach. Thank goodness for those white lines.
Mentioned earlier that there's not very much wind happening right now. That ball kept slicing, thankfully, sliced outside the fair line.
We've got 1 out. Runner at first. A.J. Bart at the plate. 1-1 count. Here's the delivery. Inside fastball. Just missed. Beautiful pitch by number 4, Evan Kelly. He's a junior lefty. We got people from Enterprise, West Virginia, not to be confused with the commercial. We'll pick you up. Down in the Shinston area. Welcome to the Shinston folks. There's a line drive into right field. Hall has to pull up, fields it, limits it to a single. We're going to have runners at first and second. Great hit there by Mr. Bart. So after the throwing error, we have runners at first and second, 1 out. And we just had a substitution here. We're going to have a pinch runner, number 11, Chasen Cipher. Chasen Cipher comes into the game. He is, my guess, going to be a pinch runner, maybe a little more speed, not real sure, but Coach puts him on first base to run there for Mr. Bart. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and Mr. Mazie, which is now the pitcher, settles into the right-hander batter's box. Here comes the pitch, another little floater to right field, just foul.
They are flirting with that right field line right now.
Yeah, that's 2 of them. Barely fell foul.
Mazie, the 7-hitter. Thus far, the Bulldogs have been able to have worked well against the bottom of the order here. Mazie would love to change that. Evan looking to keep it the same.
Runners on first and second. 1 out. Pitch delivered. Ground ball, left side. Keeps it inside. That's great range by Brockham in the shortstop. That is going to be an infield single.
Tremendous.
If that ball goes through, it's a run score.
Tremendous job getting to the ball. Couldn't gather himself enough to make a throw anywhere, but just by knocking it down, you keep the Bulldogs in front for now and give them another opportunity to keep the Cougars off the board.
In the box, number 27, Cade Mooney now comes in. Fouls off for strike 1. We got bases loaded. Now, the Cougars have been close to this a couple times. They've had runners on second and third. They've had runners on third. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-1.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836. Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the bottom of the sixth. Malachi Kelly coming to the plate. Mr. Maisie on the mound for the Cougars. Now, Mr. Maisie just had a great at-bat. Line drive to the third baseman. However, it was caught, then dove back on to the bag to double up the runner that was on third due to bases loaded. It's really not an error by the runner when you have such a hard line drive like that. As a runner, there's not much you can do. He wasn't off the bag by very much. That's just baseball.
Just bad luck sometimes, and it's the second great defensive play. The Bulldogs have made a couple mistakes, but they've also had a couple gems from Swagger at second and Murphy at third.
Fastball down the middle, taken by Kelly for strike one. Score today is 2-1 Bulldogs. Both teams should have had way more runs than they've had. Both teams have stranded runners, but they probably won't strand as the season goes and they get more into their rhythm. Here comes breaking ball to the inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Read that backwards. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mr. Maisie delivers. Kelly swings on, line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit by our first baseman, number 8. Now, last inning we started off with a double. Stranded the runner, didn't score him. Now we got a runner at first base. Let's try to move this guy around a little bit. We need another run. If you're a Bulldogs fan, if you're a Cougars fan, you're thinking, no, we're good. Let's keep it 2-1 going into the 7th.
I do expect the Bulldogs to be active here.
Pretty bold move right there. Pretty bold lead, I should say, by Malachi Kelly. Sliding back in safe. Make them work. We threw one away earlier. Runner went from first to third. Tries again this time. Got him. Malachi is out, diving back into the bag. Well, and there we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter. Off speed, inside, just misses. We now have 1 out, nobody on. Pickoff play by the pitcher. Okay. Count is 1-1. Now the ball, 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beautiful 65-degree sunshine day, very light wind. Swing on and miss by Swigger. 2-2. Swigger last time up had a beautiful double, 2 hop to the left field wall. Flares one, can it get down? Right fielder's played shallow all day, and he comes running in and makes the grab right behind second base. We got 2 outs.
2 down the inning.
2 outs, nobody on. Evan Kelly, the pitcher for the last 2 innings, is into the box. Settles in. Here comes Maisie, delivers. That's going to be strike 1, fastball. Bottom of the 6th, Bulldogs do not have a comfortable lead. However, they have a lead. If I'm Coach Nate, I'm thinking I've got to find a way to manufacture another run, give yourself a little bit of a cushion going into the final inning here. He threw that ball behind him for ball 2. We got 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach, I've been very impressed by the pitchers on both teams today.
Both of them on both sides. I think there's been 3 pitchers for both teams. They've both done a great job facing adversity and working around it.
Here comes the pitch. Swing on, line drive. That could be in the gap. Doesn't get by him. Excellent base hit by Evan Kelly. Beautiful lefty swing right there for a line drive in the gap. And with 2 outs, the Bulldogs put the 8-hole hitter on, the 7-hole hitter on first base with a line drive base hit. Brings up the 8-hole hitter, Mr. DeHaven.
Was a frozen rope off the bat of Kelly. Now we hope that DeHaven can extend the inning here.
Runner on first, 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. Swung on, ground ball to shortstop. He's got to come up, make a play. Fires across, and he got him. Good play by the shortstop for the 3rd out. So here we go, top of the 7th. When we come back, the Bulldogs are leading 2-1.
Top of 7.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook. Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the top of the 7th. Definitely a ball game. It's 2-1. Bulldogs are leading 2-1. We have a new pitcher, as fashion would be. Each pitcher's went 2 innings, and now we have a sophomore on the mound, Hunter Hayhurst. Hunter's a young man that has spent a lot of time in the offseason work. He's been going up to WVU, working with their pitching coaches, doing a lot of off-the-field improvements, and it has definitely shown. He's got that 3/4 arm slot, throws pretty well on as far as speed is concerned, but he's got a lot of movement to the fastball. So this is a guy that they're looking for to come out of the pen, to be able to produce innings. And I will be honest, as the season goes, I think we'll see him more in a starting role as we go. So top of the 7th, nobody on, nobody out, brings number 22, Jacob Bart, to the mound.
Always exciting to get the closing opportunity, gets the blood going.
What better way to find out what the blood's like than put it in here? First game, it's a 1-run ball game in the last inning. Now, what happened as far as a lineup is concerned? He has come in to replace Mr. DeHaven. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on, no outs. And we quickly go to 3-0. Hearing a little bit more energy from the dugouts as the game approaches the crunch time. Both teams have not taken advantage of some of the opportunities that they've been given that they wanted to take advantage of. However, the Bulldogs have found a way to muster up 2 runs off of very few hits. We've had 4 hits total as a team. And there comes a leadoff walk, not something you want to see.
Just a little miss there on the outside corner for ball 4.
That brings to the plate
And that
for the Cougars,
puts
top of the order, number
number
9,
22
Jacob
on
Holt.
base and brings the top of the lineup, Mr. Holt. Runner on first. We're going to square to bunt. Lays down a beautiful bunt up the line. Just got to make sure we get an out, and we do. We crashed both corners there, leaving second base open. Covered third by the shortstop. Covered first, if needed, by the second baseman. However, Malachi was able to stay back. Fielded by the pitcher. Nice little flip, and we have one out. Bringing up the 2-hole hitter, Mr. Belcastro. He's been productive at times at the plate.
The theme of the day has been working in and out of trouble. We're going to hope the Bulldogs can do that one more time.
This is not the time where you don't want to do it. This late in the game. Nice fastball there by the sophomore. Getting ahead in the count early. No balls, 1 strike. Runner on second, and that runner is the tying run. The go-ahead run is represented at the plate. Fastball just outside.
Hayhurst is really popping the mid. Nice velocity.
You know, he was clocked earlier in the year, low 8s up there, and that was in early January working out at WVU indoors. Normally can add a mile or 2 once you get outside. I think he's going to be a kid that's a mid to upper 8s as he gets older, as we see 2 balls, 1 strike. Right now, we don't care what the speed is. We want to see a strike in there. Let the defense do what they've been doing all night and get us out of some jams. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. As we see a pass ball, not only is that ball 3, but that puts the tying run at third. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Now the question comes, Coach, what do you do here? Are you going to try to make this, take away this tying run? Are you going to bring your corners up? Or are we still just playing let's get the out and give up the tie?
It looks like the corners are up, and anything hit back up the middle, out or not, should tie the game.
I'd like to see those corners come up more if they're going to be up. They're not up enough. Maybe swung on. That's going to do it no matter what. That's going to be a double in the gap. Rakiski, center field, going back to field it. Better get it in quick, and that's going to hold him up to second base. And we just tied the ball game up, guys. It's a dog knot now with the double in the gap by Mr. Belcastro.
He was sitting on a 3-1 pitch. We talked about hunting earlier. He was hunting that 3-1 pitch and made the most of it, drove it into the gap.
Now for the first time today, we see a mound visit by the Doddridge coach as he comes out and talks it over. And I can be assured, I will be assured that he is telling him, hey, big deep breath. It's one thing to give up this tie, but we don't want to give up the lead. Let's get an out. Let's pound the zone. Be ready and expect the baseball. You got a young pitcher out there. He's a sophomore.
Absolutely. Just think right now, just minimize the damage. Keep it a 2-2 game. Give your offense a chance to come in and win the game for you.
2-2 ball game. Brand new game. Top of the 7th. The people that paid their entry fee today is definitely getting their money's worth on this one. Let's find out what we have. We've got a runner at second. He just tied the ball game up by a double in the gap. And we fire another ball off cue to the outside. He winds up, delivers. Hayhurst outside, misses. Ball 2. Two ball game. Top of 7. 2-2 ball game, top 7. Swung on, line drive back, go to the third baseman. Dane Murphy makes the catch. I will tell you, if he doesn't catch that ball, that is a ball in the corner. Could possibly be a triple with how shallow we were in left field. Excellent job by our third baseman.
Third base known as the hot corner. Dane has had a couple hot ones and made a couple nice plays over there today.
So we've got Mr. Moore back in the box. He's the cleanup hitter for the Cougars. Runners at second. Tie ball game. And we miss clear into the left-hander's batter box.
Moore 0 for 3 on the day. Mentioned earlier he's had a couple big opportunities. He has another one here.
Just outside. Now we're looking at 2 balls, no strikes. You don't want to fall behind on these big bats. They sit dead red fastball and take big swings, which can really cost.
Can't throw anything too good here in this situation.
No. Fly ball to center fielder. That should be caught. That should be caught. Rakiski comes over, calls off, and we are going to the bottom of the 7th, tied up. Doddridge County Bulldogs 2, Lincoln Cougars 2. We're about to find out who wants it more in the bottom of the 7th when we return.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. We are in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 ball game. Had a tie. Runner was on second base when Mr. Belcastro blasted a double into left center gap, scoring the tying run, giving us a 2-2 ball game. Should it play out for an exciting finish, we have Mr. Maxwell coming to the plate. He's been the catcher all game. He bats 9. So for the Bulldogs, you're in the position you want to be. You got 9-1-2 coming to the plate, 1-run ball game. Everything right now is for 1 run.
Get a man on base, put the winning run out there.
Pitch delivered. Mr. Mazie filling up the zone. That's going to bring up no balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th, nobody on, nobody out.
If you can get Nicholson on base, it'd be huge. Brockelman had a nice double, just missed a home run his last at bat. Brokiski and Hall, great bats, due to break out. A runner would be huge.
Fastball inside, third baseman fields it. Makes a good clean throw across the diamond, as he should, and retires the first batter. Now we have Brockelman, the leadoff hitter, coming in. A couple good things with Brockelman. Number 1, he's got pop to the bat. Number 2, he's very patient at the plate. Number 3, he's fast. If we get him on first, I believe we can see him putting the pressure, fast or a curveball inside, going to miss for ball 1. But if he gets on base, he's definitely going to be looking to swipe a base or 2.
Human instinct to move there on the breaking ball. Might just want to stay.
Nice.
Leadoff man is traditionally your table setter. We are counting on Brody to set the table here for the bats behind him.
Get on. I don't care how you do it.
Breaking ball misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 2-2. You couldn't paint it any better than this coming into today. Ball 3. Fastball low, just misses the zone. Both teams have looked very efficient from the mound today. Coach has got to be happy. Here comes the pitch, swung on. Foul ball down the left field line. And that's going to bring up a full count. Full count. Bottom 7, 2-2. Here comes Mr. Mazie. He gets his sign, and he works from the windup. Delivery down the right down the pike, and Brody fouls it off to stay alive.
Great job getting a piece to hang in there. That pitch was breaking away.
Right here, you want to make sure when you got a young man that can throw more than a fastball, keep your head down on it. Don't pull off of it. Don't spin off of it. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball to left, but they're back a little deeper right underneath of it.
Just
2 up, 2 down.
Didn't quite catch it as flush as the last one. And now we will need a 2-out rally to walk this off here in the bottom half of the 7th.
That brings up number 50.
Couldn't ask for a better guy to be at the plate right now. Luke Rakiski, he's your senior. He's your leader. Commit to Potomac State. If the game's in someone's hand, it should be him. Fast or curveball inside, misses for ball 1. Senior leadership. There's a line drive, left field. That's going to get down for a single. Excellent job by the 2-hole hitter. And that's going to bring Caleb Hall to the plate. Again, you couldn't draw this up any better if you were Doddridge County.
Similar to Brockman, good speed on the base pass there. If Hall can find a gap or put one down a line, you're going to have a chance to win here. Caleb hitless so far. He is due to break out just as Mr. Rokiski just did.
Here we go. Mr. Mazie gets his sign, delivers from the stretch. Breaking ball outside. Runners at first. Bottom of the 7th. 2-2. It's been a great opening day for both teams. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hits Caleb. He's going to go to a 2-2. Coach, if we would have let balls hit us that should have, we'd have right now. Here's the scenario. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Yeah.
But we've jumped out of the way. Each batter could have been hit. But these young men want to put a bat on a ball. Here we go from the stretch. Here comes the delivery. Swung on, drove deep right field.
Back.
This ball could be, it's over his head. This is going to walk it off. Go! Home run! Caleb Hall hits a home run to walk the game off. Bottom of the 7th, 2-2. Caleb hits a 2-run home run right field, and that's going to put the win on the board for the Bulldogs as they walk off in Bulldog fashion. What a game by both of these teams. Excellent job today. Both pitching staffs have been amazing. But wow, what a come down to the wire. You got your 2 seniors right there back to back, your 2 commits. One has a base hit, one hits a home run. Excellent job to finish off an exciting game back. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being with us, but if you'll just hold on, we're going to come back after a brief message and give you the player of the game presented by Bulldog Nation.
Hey, listen.
Bulldog Station and Dr.
25 seconds, be ready.
Combination.
Before that,
Pizzas, subs, and salads. Call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going to go now over here to Coach Lynn Frederick. Lynn, it was a game nip and tuck the whole way. We saw routine fundamental baseball. We saw some mistakes here and there. But as this is finished up, who do you see as our player of the game?
Up until that last moment there, it was kind of up in the air. There was a few different guys that you probably could have given it to. Walk-off winner there, first game back in 2 years, coming up huge, clutch at bat there. Caleb Hall is your player of the game there with the walk-off 2-run winner. Just outstanding, great to see from him. I know that's a moment that he's been waiting for a couple years, battling through injuries. Congratulations, Caleb. He is your player of the game.
Sounds good, Coach, and I will tell you, those that have been watching this whole game, it's been a great game by both teams. Both of these teams are looking to improve on what they did last year. They've got the pitching staff to death. Both teams proved that today. We saw 4 pitchers from the Bulldogs. We've seen 3 arms from the Cougars, 7 different guys toeing the rubber in a very clean baseball game from a pitching staff concept. So, Coach, as we go here, closing remarks, what do you think? What do the Bulldogs have to do to clean up or to expand on as they approach next week, which they have Williamstown here on Monday?
Obviously, I mean, there were some mistakes there, but you would expect mistakes on the opening day. We had some throwing errors, but we were able to work around them for the most part. Winning the game the way that we did right there with a walk-off home run, to me, it's a momentum punch right there. I mean, you can't win in any more exciting fashion than that. That should carry them over into the week there, have them pumped up a little extra motivated. 1-0, 1-0 at home, getting ready for a big week of action.
It is a big week of action, Coach. As you said, we got a lot of guys coming in, and the focus now shifts. Yep, boys, enjoy it for today, but when the sun goes down, erase it. Get ready on Sunday. Start to prepare yourself for Monday because the Yellow Jackets of Williamstown comes into play. There's a couple things that make that big. Number one, it's Williamstown. They are nostalgic for their baseball. They have a very good program year in and year out. State championships, rivals all over. They produce big-time baseball players, Division I level currently. We have the Maxwell young man at WVU. They are very, very good. Oh, sorry, they got Maxwell's brother still. I believe it's losing my mind, but he was at UMD, but now he's still Division I playing, big lefty hitter. They come into the game on Monday not only as a rival, but it's for the LKC standings, and number two, they're a regional game. Coach Nate has these guys primed and ready. I think we got to focus on them. Monday's going to be a big game. Folks, we appreciate you being with us. Please tune back in on Monday. And as always, it's a great day to be a Bulldog, especially when you see a walk-off win like they did. Hats off to Coach Nate. Way to start your season. Cougars, excellent job seeing you as well. Their coaches had them ready to rock and roll. But for myself and Coach Lynn Frederick, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you back here, same spot, 6 p.m. I believe it is. We'll probably tune in around 5:30. I could be wrong on that, but we'll make that adjustment if need be for Monday's ball game. Thank you so much for watching. Go Bulldogs.